All right, I think I would do. I thought I would do an update on the whole VR chat situation. After it's kind of been, I think, a week now, ever since the whole thing blew up. I thought now, as the devs have released a accessibility roadmap, aka updates about the whole situation, I thought it would be kind of an interesting thing to give an update as to what is going on in the world of VR chat. So let's get into it. Let's see what we got. They released a roadmap. Easy anti cheat is staying. Even that's what I thought. I mean, I doubt they would back out, but let's see what they got. The developer VRChat has responded to the backlash caused. So let's see. Has agreed not to revert the decision to remove AAC as fans were requesting, but has released a blog post detailing some upcoming features that will be added to the game. So what do we got? So this is like I actually have a better one right here. I think this kind of like breaks it up so better. Developer update. You can read Friday's update here. We have Monday off, but we're back at it today. So there's a live beta that has a ton of features in it. Over the past weekend, we continue to get feedback, gather bugs, issues with the beta. So the beta is I believe the beta is the one with the EAC in it. So I've tried out VR chat and yeah, it has EAC. I know everyone's mad about it. No, but as I predicted, the player count hasn't really changed, so you know. So what do we got? Movable main menu. A bug was fixed in live beta where the movement handle appeared unexpectedly. This got fixed. We found another bug where moving the main menu would also invisibly rotate the move and the loading scene away from you. This was fixed as well. We changed the menu. So I think this was just a glitch. I don't think this was like an actual update, so Horizon Adjust, not much to say here. We put it out in live beta. There were some design concerns. Okay. Out of all the things we put in the open beta, this one got the most feedback. Personal mirror. There's a bunch of changes we put in the internal version today. All mirror settings have been saved across PlayStations. Portable mirror no longer reflects into other mirrors. So I think this is the mirror thing. Like if you've ever played VR chat, when you get into the first world, there's like this mirror that you can look into to look at your avatar and whatnot. I think that's what it is. So I'm guessing that this is like the new thing that they added, so you can look at your avatar, so you don't have to like. Because I think when I played it last, you had to like actually open in the menu and then look at your avatar. Now you have a mirror, so that's kind of cool. Additionally, a face mirror prototype was added, which is a mirror that displays your own face. Which okay, that's cool too, I guess. Hid avatars by distance, max number of avatars by distance. Last time we mentioned this one, this feature hid avatars by distance from you, so you can set only show avatars within 5 meters. Everyone outside the radius turns into a placeholder. That's kind of cool, I think, because, you know, it can get kind of wild, like VR chat. Sometimes when you join worlds with a lot of people, it can get a little wild, I guess the word, because like all these avatars are together and everything just so that's cool, I guess. Always show friends avatars and allow override with show avatar. Text to text. Okay, here's one. Here's the big one, I think. Text to text, text to speech, speech to text. This is one of the accessibilities I believe that people complained about, including me. There is a sync between the engineers, designers, and producers on this task. Internally, we asked about a few separate systems, so we had to separate them out into their own tasks to avoid confusion. Text to text. This is the speech bubble we talked about last time. There is no cost associated with this as we just build it into the application. The effort on this is mostly done for the first generation of prototype, so that's not really that hard. Text to speech. Generating speech based on input. This can be relatively cheap, like Amazon Poly, Microsoft. So this is converting spoken text to words. This could be so basically text to text and text to speech are probably very easy, but speech to text, spoken text to words, this could be hard. And depending on the OS. So, because this is the big one in my opinion for like people that are deaf and whatnot. Text to text, text to speech, that's not that hard, so that's gonna be implemented. But this one, either it's gonna take a lot of time or they're not gonna do it. It depends, I guess. Camera near clip adjustment. This got some further iteration today. Some concerns were waived about having this feature on Quest. The Quest has a lower depth buffer, which means the bad effects from adjusting the would be implemented. Um, some of these, like, just noise gating and background news removal. Okay, this one's actually important. So basically, noise gating. If you don't know what that is, it's basically um when your mic gets kind of like in background noise. You can remove background noise if someone's like doing air conditioning or whatever. You just remove that. That's great. Portal placement. This feature will allow you to place a portal with your controllers that it gets you in a position with where you're standing. This task in development. So I guess that's okay too. Um. Oh my God. There's so how many pages? Not much left. Auto disable cloning. There was a bit of confusion with this in the live beta. We got some feedback. Entering a new instance with avatar cloning keeps it off. AMD. Oh, the technical stuff. Okay. Um. Graduation day. So I think that's it. There is one thing. I believe there's a problem with there is a problem with something to do with Oculus, which is a big problem. So if you use a Quest 2, if you try to use the Quest 2 like desktop Steam VR or virtual desktop, it doesn't work anymore, which is a problem. So like if you try to use the Quest 2 like link and try to hook it up via virtual desktop, it doesn't work anymore apparently, which is kind of a big deal. That was kind of flown under the radar, so I kind of want to point that out because that could be problematic. So the only way to use a VR chat, from my knowledge, with the Quest 2 is like AirLink now. And I don't know if that's getting enough coverage. So, but this is kind of like the last thing I think should be talked about. VRChat's response and future plans. Fundamentally, the flaw with this one-size-fits-all problem is not only ignores the accessibility of differently abled users, but it smothers the creative freedom of users. This is kind of a important because players will always seek opportunities to improve their game experiences from favorite games like Minecraft, GTA, and suggesting that VR chat shouldn't be any different. Furthermore, offer games traditionally offer extensive gameplay of some kind, but for a unique title like VR chat, the game hinges in large part upon players and their creativity. Exactly. Without the worlds and the unique avatars, VR chat would be like it would be like Meta, like the Horizon game. You know, like the new Horizon game that Meta released. It's kind of like a soul. It doesn't really have any customization or worlds or anything. It's really just kind of boring, and there's nothing to it. So that would be VR chat without that. Like without all the cool worlds, VR chat would really not be anything. Now I know that those worlds are made with Unity, so it's a lot easier to get them in than, but you know, has led some players question how committed the developers are to taking on board the VR chat's community. Some wonder why accessibility has never been considered in the first place. True. And why, when mods were the only means of resolving these issues, an EAC would be implemented before rectifying the accessibility. True. Regardless, while players are hopeful, we'll still honor the fans' feedback in implementing accessibility. The downside is that the timescale for these features is unclear. Now, they said that, like I said earlier, like with speech to text, I believe, in this developer update, I believe, yeah, speech to text. This one is probably going to be very expensive, but again, you kind of destroyed a lot of trust in your community by doing this. So really, why should the community and its player base trust you when you just do it so suddenly and take away all these mods just out of the blue? That's the problem. It's not the and they just kind of never really did it on their own. They just did it like the community was the reason why that this happened. You know, it's not because of VR, you know, it's not because of VR chat implementing all of this. It's because of the community implementing all these mods to make the game better, and then they just yoink them away out of nowhere. And then like for years they don't implement these accessibilities, and then they just expect players to just be like, "Yeah, it's fine." So, and I said this in the last video that now it's going to be up to VR chat to make everything better. They can't rely on the community anymore to make this game better. It's going to be up to them. And whether they do that is could either, you know, make the game in the long run stronger, or it could like lead to them getting beat out by someone like Meta or Epic or any of those other companies. So yeah, I just wanted to give an update on what's going on in VR chat, because it's kind of fascinating, to be honest, to see how a game could literally destroy its entire community and its trust in like 1 week. So yeah, that's about it with this situation. So see ya.